The next three design principles are for essential cognitive load. The first principle, pre-training, states that prior to their viewing of a multimedia product, instructors should provide terms and definitions of key concepts for learners. Pre-training is a challenging design principle to investigate because it does not directly relate to the video itself. Instead, pre-training concerns the instructional context of the video. So I ask you this question: what percentage of instructors indicated that they were using the pre-training concept? Put your guess in. 67% said they were applying the principle. None of the 5 instructors explicitly stated that they taught general concepts or vocabulary prior to having students watch their video, even when asked what students did before they watched the video. However, I was able to identify 2 themes. First, your pedagogical approach. If you take an approach where you provide students with choice in how they move through the content in a week, students might skip pre-training and go right to the video. The other related but slightly different is the way you structure your course. Does your course have the opportunity for pre-training before a video? If your first student action is watch the video, the structure may not be there. Key takeaway for you is to ensure that the key vocabulary is defined before students watch a video. Now, the modality principle is when words are presented as spoken narration rather than on-screen text in a multimedia product. So, what percentage of instructors reported that their video had audio narration? Take a guess down below. 97% of instructors are using narration to convey information. They are doing that robustly. But it appears they're also using a significant amount of on-screen text. The evidence from the video artifacts of the 5 interviewees undercuts the survey findings. Only George's video, which had no on-screen text, could be considered as fully applying the modality principle. 2 of the interviewees had 100% of their video with text-based information, while another had 82%. Given the strong mismatch between data sources, the application of this principle remains unclear. Key takeaway for you as a creator: keep narrating videos, but look to cut back on the on-screen text. The segmenting principle states that it is better to break a multimedia product into user-controlled parts. Because content can be contextual, I went with an approach of using time to measure this principle. When looking at the research literature, there were some key times that emerged. First, in an ideal world, you're keeping videos to under 3 minutes. However, given the content in higher education, this is often difficult to do. To maximize the relationship between investment of time to create and maximizing your student viewing, keeping videos under 6 minutes appears to be best. You can convey a lot of information in less than 6 minutes. However, if you do have to go longer, I highly recommend that you do not go past 15 minutes. Quality Matters has set that as their upper bounds when reviewing video for online courses. And I'd also ask you to consider TV shows, and that you rarely see a segment of a show, a scene, so to speak, that goes longer than 15 minutes. Now, with that information in mind, how many faculty do you think reported that their video was 6 minutes or less? What percentage of faculty? Take a guess. Only 19%. So clearly we collectively have some work to do in this area. As you can see, the average time is above the research recommended maximum of 15 minutes. However, the median is under. So I interpret this as most faculty in the study were meeting the goal, while some were really missing the mark. And the 2 themes did emerge from the interviewees that could help instructors in that 38% group reduce the length of future videos they create. One idea was intentionally chunking content into shorter videos, and the other was imposing a time limit on oneself before recording. So saying, I'm going to keep this video to 6 minutes long before they started creating it. So those are 2 suggestions for you as a video creator. So there you have it, the 3 design principles of the essential cognitive load. To recap briefly, pre-training is that idea that you define key vocabulary or concepts before a video. Modality is the idea that you use spoken word more often than the words on a screen. And segmenting is this idea that you really focus on trying to keep your video short by setting a time limit for yourself.